Hi, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back. Welcome back. And yes, again, welcome back. So, today we're back at it. If you don't know and you're new to the channel, we normally do pick a card readings here. And today we're going to do a pick a card reading. So, no specific question today. We're just going to find out what is it you most need to know. What is a message that is meant to reach you right now? Okay. So before I go any further, I'm going to introduce you through the three pals because as I can see there, you're not really showing up. So group number one, you have the rhodolite. Still can't see it. Rhodolite, and this is what it looks like. Okay. Group number two, you have the parasolite. This is what that looks like. And group number three, you have the labradorite. Okay. And this is what that looks like. So 3 is labradorite, 2 is parasolite, and 1 is rhyolite. And that's what that looks like. Okay. So, yeah, we've been doing shorter messages for a while now. And today I decided to go all in with us coming up on the holiday season to give you a more in-depth message back to the pick a card. But you decide, or should I say spirit will decide what the message is about instead of asking any specific question, okay? Let's get some tarot and we'll get into your messages. One more please. So let your intuition guide you. You may be drawn to one of the crystals. You may actually feel drawn to 2 or even all 3 of the crystals. There may be messages for you in each pile or just the one. But just let your intuition be your guidance for this message. 2, no, 1. 2. Two more and we'll get into your messages for today. Oh, 2, okay. Okay, Last but not least. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's get into your messages. Group number 1, again, your crystal, your stone is the rhyolite. And this is what that looks like. Okay, group number 2, parasolite. And this is what that looks like. And group number 3, labradorite. And that's what yours looks like. Okay. So 3, 2. And group number 1. So group number 1, your crystal is the rhyolite. You also have river with movement. You have focus with wizard of the woods. You have medicine guardian with be open to healing information. You have the dance unveiling, the sacred river yanks. You also have be yourself. Put that where it could be seen. So I'm going to put this there. Yeah. And you have focus on the positive. You also have altar with honoring. You have knock knock. You have cattle with wealth, or the Feiyu rune. Feiyu. You have the I am presence. Can't see that. Let's put it there. You also have retreat. You have patience. Your tarot card, well, you have the coffin. Let's put that out since it turned over. I'm going to put retreat here. Coffin. Sexual union. All right, yeah. Getting interesting. The tarot cards are the Strength, the World, and the Six of Pentacles. I'm going to put those here. You also have the Coffee Cup, the Gardener. This says, what am I waiting for? Is someone else to do it for me? And Impasse. Okay, group number 1. So for a lot of you, it's about self-love and focusing on the positive, being yourself, allowing cycles to end and stepping fully into your strength, knowing that you're not alone, that yes, there is changes coming or changes here, but the divine is assisting you through these changes. Some of you feel like the movement for the things you've been manifesting, desiring, are coming kind of slowly. But you're being encouraged to be patient and focus on the positive, and to not forget your I am presence as certain cycles are ending. As we know, the 2 words I am are some of the most powerful words you can use, because anything you put behind I am is actually what comes forth for you. So if you say I am focused, because you have focus here, If you say I am able to do this, then you're able, you're setting that energy in motion. Many of you are healing certain aspects. This could be physical. It could be healing of certain thoughts you've had, healing of being impatient and wanting to rush things through. For many of you, healing because you've lost someone, whether this be an actual physical loss, like someone transitioning, or the loss of a relationship for some of you. And for some of you, just the loss of an identity. Some way, shape, or form you've known yourself to be is now coming to an end for some of you, and it's bringing in liberation and new beginnings. It's like, for some of you, because of this ending, it is a good ending is what I'm feeling with your vibration here, but there's a need to focus on what it is you're bringing forth, focusing on positive thoughts, not focusing on the fact that this is new territory for some of you. For some of you, this new territory does have to do with relationships, but for many of you, this relationship is with self. And so as you're getting more in touch with self, some of you may feel the need to take time out and put in a little bit more work, because you're the only one that can do it for you. Now there's another set of you where this is definitely talking about union with someone else, not just yourself. Especially with the sexual union card here. And it says, honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. So some of you are ending being single, ending being in retreat or like hermit mode. And for some of you, this is kind of new. And that's why you're being encouraged to be yourself. Take things slowly is what I'm getting with patience being here, because this is a change for a lot of you. And many of you, this change is coming after you've done some healing, some emotional healing. And instead of thinking what could go wrong, you're being encouraged to focus on what could go right. Knowing that life is a dance, and yes, you can dance alone, but sometimes it is good to have a partner. For many of you, these changes will come slowly, or you're being encouraged to take it slowly and start simple with just a meeting and or a conversation, to just savor the moment, enjoy each present moment, and to feel uplifted. For some of you, this is going to start out as a friendship. And as you focus on moving forward in a more positive way, don't fret. And anytime you do feel like you're feeling weak, like you don't have the strength, which you do have the strength here, especially with the strength card here, you have the strength to let certain cycles end. Now, a lot of you, these cycles are you being single. For some of you, the cycle is the ending of a relationship. For many of you, this cycle ending is a good thing, because it's allowing to clear out that old and for new beginnings, new growth to take place. New growth of reciprocity, new growth with equal give and take. Six of Pentacles here. For many of you, you're going to feel very wealthy within self, because you're going to be able to be yourself within this relationship. You won't have to pretend to be someone. You'll just be able to relax and speak your truth, to be yourself. Many of you want to take a leap of faith, like a bigger step towards stepping out of what you've always known. That's what you want to kind of let die and go away. And you're being encouraged to do that, to take your life in your own hands. Keep your thoughts positive, knowing that the divine is here. For many of you, this is big change. We have 23, which is 5, and then we have 14, which is also 5. So 5 and 5 is big transformation for many of you. We are still in Scorpio season, where it is all about the death, rebirth, transformation cycle. Let me pause for a second. I need to free up this space. Why? One moment. Okay, we're back. So see, that's no coincidence. Many of you may be at that exact phase in your life where you need to delete out some of the things you have stored within, the memories, the thoughts, the energy of negative mindsets, of scarcity mindsets, like you can't have this, of just needing and taking that time to heal. So you freeing up that disk space, you're freeing up your thoughts, you're freeing up your energy. And now that that space is clear, it allows for new beginnings to come in. It's allowing for this change and this transition to take place for you. It's allowing for liberation of equal give and take, of reciprocity, of you being able to feel wealthy and feel like you're in yourself. And for many of you, this could actually be physical wealth also. Wow, I just realized we got 5, 5, 5. Okay, so knock, knock, with the divine hearing you loud and clear. Just ask whenever you're feeling down and going through. Focusing, card number 50 is also 5. And patience. So have patience with yourself. When you're feeling impatient or like things aren't happening, then focus on the positive and always know that the divine is here for you, that you can always reach out and connect and ask for the strength to move forward, for the strength to stay positive, for the strength to just be yourself. Using your I am presence, I am, connects you with your Christ consciousness, connects you with the divine. When you speak those things, it allows you to also connect with your subconscious, to reprogram as you've cleared out that space for a more positive energy. I am able to have a sacred union. I am deserving of these new beginnings. I am appreciative of these new beginnings. I'm grateful to just be able to be my own unique self. I am healed. I am healing. I am receiving healing information. And many will tell you affirmations don't work, but when you haven't been using them, it is a first step as a stepping stone, and then you become stronger in your knowing, stronger in being yourself, and stronger with your reprogramming of this new identity, the identity of you being able to have a sacred union, the identity of you just being able to be yourself. And many will say, take off the mask and just be yourself. Well, this is, for many of you, I'm getting a new phase. So as you move into a new phase, you do take off that old identity, that old mask, and then you step into this new phase. So what do I mean? Many of you have been single. That's been the mask you've been wearing. Single, sexy, and independent, I just heard. And now it's like you're going to have to shift your identity. What does it now feel like to be in a honorable, caring, loving, compassionate relationship? Speak that as your I am. Focus on that positivity of having that type of relationship. With the rhyolite crystal here, it's an ancient stone that induces very deep and introspective meditations. The rhyolite can help you explore your past lives, gaining strength and self-esteem. From this stone allows you to look back with an understanding and acceptance of the choices you've made. So many of you feel like you made some mistakes in the past, group number one. And I'm getting for many of you, it was with the people you chose to be intimate with, sexual engagement. And you're thinking, why did I choose that person? Why would I do that? Why did I go on this? But it's a part of your journey is what I'm getting. It was necessary for your dance of life, for your journey. But I'm getting that many of you are putting in the work. You have card number 16 here, which is the gardener. That's 7. You have the sacred river yanks here. That's also 7. So this was a part of your spiritual journey. And many of you are coming, I don't want to say coming out on the other side, but you're advancing in your journey. It's like you didn't get stuck. Well, even if you did, you're progressing now. You're progressing in a more healed way. You're progressing in a more patient way. And if you're not, then these are the things you're being encouraged to do. To be more patient, to allow this healing to occur. Many of you have been putting in the work. And if you haven't, then there's a whole garden that's just waiting for you to go out and pick the berries, pick the blooms, to enjoy having an actual union. You've been doing the work, for many of you, group number one, by yourself. And you didn't mind putting in the work. I feel like many of you actually enjoyed it. But now there's this phase of you, how does it go? It's like you're a force all by yourself. You were able to handle this garden. But now there's such a big harvest, it will be more easier to gather it all together with another. For many of you, the one who is coming in is going to assist you with this wealth. And it just could be within the way they make you feel. Like you've already felt good and have self-love about yourself. But the fact that they're coming in and they love themselves, when two whole people come together, it sends out a tremendous vibration of love that ripples out and through the universe. So sacred unions are what creates true bliss. And so many of you are coming into this sacred union. Be patient. I feel like many of you have been being patient and you felt like things were moving slow. But it was necessary because for many of you, this has to do with past life connections, I'm getting. And you've been thinking about this and thinking about it. And I'm getting it's like it's not time for thinking anymore for many of you. It's time to do, especially with the gardener card here. He's not thinking about going out into the garden. He's out there reaping the harvest. So it's time for you to be brave, group number one, and to discover what you're really made of. With a strong heart, lion heart. With a strong heart and focusing on the positive, being yourself, you can't lose. And for many of you, when it comes to these past life connections, it's time to honor your ancestors. And it's like the work you've put in with the gardener here, the work you've put in is connecting you in a stronger way with your ancestral lineage. Many of you have allowed this healing through yourself to happen, and it's healing your ancestral lineage also. And so connecting with them, if you have an altar, for some of you this may be an indication that you may need to create an altar to connect even deeper with them. But all in all, it's about group number one, being yourself, focusing on the positive, and taking things slowly. Especially for those of you who are ending And in this transition phase, be patient with yourself, be patient with your partner, and allow things to unfold like a smooth, lazy river. Okay? I want to thank you for joining me, group number 1. That has been your message that was meant for you to receive. Okay? And remember, when you're not aware, your ancestors are there with you. It's like knock knock. They're there, they hear you. Altar and knock knock, okay? Okay, group number 2. Group number 2, you have the Parasolite as your crystal. You also have protection. You have guardian angel with you are not alone. You have Mother Fierce. You also have practice moderation. You have North with solitude. You have Clouds with shape-shifting. You have I got your back. You also have Radio with will. Okay. You have family. You have moving forward. Got light. Let me see something. Oh no, that's not going to work. You have cycles. No. Okay. Your tarot cards are Judgment, the Tower, the Four of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. You have Secret Admirer, group number 2. You also have Addiction. You have Wedding Rings. You have Resolving Conflict. It says, am I ready to let go of this buried shame? Of the buried shame. And you have Perfection. Okay, group number 2, your message that is meant to reach you in this present moment is that you guys have a secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. And for many of you, I feel like this isn't new. This could be someone who you've known, especially with resolving conflict here. So this is someone you falling out with. This could be someone in your family for many of you. Someone who felt ashamed and or you felt ashamed, but this is a cycle. Like, you guys have been through this, and it's time now to make a decision to allow sudden change to happen, to bring it to be more stable in this connection. And it's unstable because either you or this person is not willing to admit your feelings. Some of you feel shamed for how you acted or reacted, or the fact that you're not able to admit that you have these feelings. The feeling of shame, group number 2, is one of the lowest vibrations there is. So when you live in shame, you live in darkness, and It's time to bring that shame into the light. What part of you is ready to now stand in the light? Is there any shame when it comes to family? I'm getting for a lot of you from your past. Is there any shame that's now ready to be healed? It's time to move forward from any shame that you're feeling within self, about family, within relationships for some of you. It's time to shift. And many of you, with this shifting, will allow you to resolve the conflict. Some of you hold yourself to a high regard. So you also kind of, I don't want to use project, but project is, it's like you hold yourself to a higher standard, but you can't expect you out of everyone else. It's like everyone is on their own path, group number 2. And so some of you may have this addiction to being in control. Some of you may actually have an addiction to being a little bit obsessive, like maybe even codependent. Dependent on your family. For some of you, codependent when it comes to relationships. But I'm getting many of you are working through these cycles. Like you made the decision and it was radical change. It's not easy. You have Judgment in the Tower here. So many of you have made the decision to look at yourself, and if you're not, then it's time to go within, take some time in solitude and dig deep. Take a deeper dive to see where this shame is coming from. Is it in family? Is it inner child, things that happened when you were younger? Because as you dig deep, you'll be able to find that truth and feel more stable within self, which then, 4 of Wands, Ace of Swords here, as you reveal that truth, getting over and stepping out of ego, it then allows for your relationships to be more stable. Stable within self, stable with family, stable within relationships. And I'm getting, many of you have been putting in this work, or you're ready to come out of this cycle, letting things happen as they may, like you're making a decision. And the divine is saying, good job, group number 2. Know that you're not alone. You are protected here. And it's like you'll be nurtured with Mother Fierce here. Card number 18. That's 9. That's that cycle ending. It's time for you to heal the shame. For many of you, to by giving it a name and bringing it to the light. Let it be seen, let it be heard, let it be healed. Let it be seen, let it be heard, and let it be healed. Because anything you keep pushing back into the darkness and back into the psyche of your mind, it then has a way of taking control of you. Because you don't want to face it. You don't want to go within because it's in the scary places. But that's where the fear, the guilt, and the shame can live. You see, this stag here is actually way back in the dark and you can't see it. But if you bring it to the forefront, you would have more light. And you'll be protected. This says protection here. Guardian of the lands. So card number 21. 21 could be significant for many of you. That also sums down to 3. So 3, that number of creativity, of celebration for some. It's time to step into your soul's truth. To bring balance and harmony to these cycles. To allow this conflict for many of you within self to resolve. The divine is saying they've got your back. You have 2 look, it says I got your back, protection, and Mother Fierce. It's like you're going to be nurtured through this cycle. But you have to make the decision that you want to bring the shame, group number 2, to the forefront. And for many of you, after or when this shame has been heard and healed, It then allows you to go into union. Many of you union with self. So you're calling back the pieces of you that felt hurt, that felt lost, that felt broken, that felt fragmented. And as you're becoming healed and whole, you then call in admirers, secret admirers, possibly even wedding rings for many of you. It says union, wedding, marriage, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. So for some of you, you have this, you're healing, take it as it resonates. This is a collective reading. So for some of you, the shame is that you're recognizing that you're somewhat codependent. You like being in a relationship, and some of you don't like to be alone. So maybe taking some time in solitude and just spending time with self, allowing yourself to heal, allowing your thoughts to heal. You don't have to jump from one relationship to another. The relationship that needs to be heard and healed is the relationship with self for many of you. And then you'll be more able to easily move forward and have these new beginnings. You have card number 19 here. 9 and 1 is 10. That's that one with the new beginnings. A lot of you, this new beginning will be with family. Card number 5 here, where there's changing and transitions happening, where certain cycles are ending, cycles where there's been conflict, cycles where you wanted to have the perfect family for many of you and you feel shame because maybe I'm getting for some of you, you married someone and it didn't work out exactly as you thought. But you're not alone here. You also have guardian angel here. So look how many times the divine is saying, look, I got your back. God, source, creator, source is saying, you are not alone. There is no reason for you to have shame. The divine has your back. It's time for you to move in balance and harmony. You are having new beginnings and it is time to move forward. You are also very protected. Do you see that? It's like 3 times they want you to know you're okay. We got your back. You're not alone. There's no reason to have any shame for anything that's happened in your past. It's a part of your journey. And many of you will, as you allow this shame to be seen, heard, and healed, be coming into secret admirers. Some of these secret admirers, some of you are going to fly out of town to meet, travel to meet, or they may, vice versa, they may be flying to you. But I'm getting you guys are, how does that go, being flown out? And there's no shame in ending one relationship and shifting your perspective and then allowing someone, as you heal any codependent issues, for some of you, whomever, take it as it resonates, and or as you heal self. It's like revival season for you, group number 2 is what I'm getting. And the divine is saying, many of you are empaths, you're compassionate, you're very understanding, and you've done your best to resolve the conflict. It's now time to live in your revival season. Replace that shame with your soul's truth. This is the transition that I'm getting is happening for many of you, group number 2, excuse me. Many of you are going to have the courage and the confidence. And this is what Parasolite allows you to amplify that energy of. Courage and confidence is what this stone will assist you with. Group number 2, when you boost your courage and your confidence, those qualities will help you manifest your goals, and it strengthens your motivation. When you strengthen your courage and your confidence, you turn negative energies into positive ones. So once you've bathed in all of this positive light, all of these good things can happen for you. This secret admirer can come out of the shadow, or you can come out of the shadow as being a secret admirer, knowing that the divine has your back. And if wedding and being married, matrimony is something that you want, the divine is saying, go for it, baby, we got your back. Some people actually honor the sacred union of marriage. Some of you, this is within your marriage, I'm getting, and you're wanting to resolve the conflict. For many of you, you will be able to have a revival within your relationships, a revival within your family. It doesn't have to look like what the world says is perfect. It just has to be perfect for you and your partner, for you and the union that you have going forward. Practice moderation with even your empathy and your compassion, because it is all great to be, very loving and very kind, but there is also a time to keep balance. You know what I mean? To keep the balance and stay courageous and confidence in your ability to set boundaries. It is okay to set boundaries and to say, no, you will not treat me like that. We will find a more peaceful resolution to resolve this conflict, is what I'm getting for a lot of you, group number 3. And the divine is saying they got your back. You will be able to shift out of this. Many of you will be having a revival season. And it's time to replace any shame in family, in relationships, within self, and honor it with your soul's truth. And it's your soul's truth, not what someone else is saying should be true for you. This is the way relationships should go. This is the way family goes. No, that's what their soul's truth is. Group number 2, what is your soul's truth? Because the divine already knows, and they want you to know. You see this white feather? It's a soft landing. They got your back. There will be, as I said, I keep getting a revival season, a healing of the shame by giving it a name, healing of the shame by giving it a name, healing of the shame by giving it a name. Time to bring it into the light and let it be seen, heard, and healed, group number 2. The divine has your back. You don't have to sweep that shame under the rug anymore. You don't have to be ashamed. All you have to do is live in your soul's truth. Ace of Wands. Group number 2, I want to thank you for joining me. That has been your reading for a message that is meant to reach you in this present moment. Hey, group number 3. You guys chose the labradorite. You also have love. You have the sun with enjoy, success, and happiness. You have Princess of the Autumn Harvest. You have express your feelings. You also have cave with retreat. You have dragonfly with emergence. You have smooth and easy. You also have the Mana's room with human. You have peace. You also have forgiveness. You have personal power. You also have self-sabotage. You have beauty. Your tarot cards are the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the Hangman. You can't see that, but that's okay. You have, we'll read it when we get to it. You can't see it, but you also have clock and the butterfly and chivalry and forgiveness twice. Didn't I see that already? Yes, forgiveness twice. Okay, group. And then this one says, am I in my head or in my heart? So group number 3, the message that you guys are meant to receive right now is express your feelings. You want love? Say you want love. What are you ashamed of? Many of you are in this essence of self-sabotage because you know you want love, but you don't express your feelings, is what I'm getting here. And if you expressed yourself, things would move a lot more smooth and easy. Many of you, you have chivalry here. So it's like, do the chivalrous things. Chivalry is something that people say is dead. Chivalry is dead. But it's not. Now, you don't have to put down your, who is that, LL Cool J? How did he go? I need love. I'll put down my puddle so you can walk over. I'll put down my jacket so you can walk over a puddle. You don't have to put down your jacket so she can walk over a puddle, but this guy is bringing flowers and he is dressed very nice. And I'm noticing that his cloak there is in purple. So you know, and you have this purple here, which is the third eye chakra. And this one says forgiveness. So some of you are in the mode of needing forgiveness or offering forgiveness, forgiving of self, possibly forgiving for not expressing your feelings. You have forgiveness here twice, and this one's about the heart chakra. This one's about the third eye chakra. So many of you know that you know that you know that forgiveness would be the key. Being chivalrous and forgiving would allow this new beginning to come forth for you. This chivalry card is card number 3. So the number 3 could be very significant for some of you. And it's because group number 3, many of you are in your head. You're in your head and you're not in your heart. And you're not in your heart because you either feel like you have to forgive someone or someone needs to forgive you. Take the energy where it resonates. But as this forgiveness happens, things will then begin to move smooth and easy. Card number 28, that totals 10. That's that one. That's a new beginning. But it only occurs, group number 2, after you express your feelings and then start fresh. Ace of Wands with this new forgiving, with this new beginning, as with the new beginning because of forgiveness is what I was going to say. The wheel is spinning in your favor, group number 3. And the chivalry is number 3 at the top there, 3. The wheel is spinning in your favor for this new beginning. For many of you, this new beginning is with a Queen of Wands that you want to take a risk with. We have the Queen of Wands and Page of Swords. Or you could be this Queen of Wands that needs to offer this forgiveness. The Queen of Wands is someone who's ambitious. She knows what she wants. She's attractive. She's not usually ashamed to express her feelings. Whether this is masculine and or feminine, but it's the energy of what I want you to recognize. So there's a new beginning where the cycle is turning. Many of you have needed to take time or have been taking time through a cycle of healing. But now I'm feeling like this cycle is progressing. It's just, what is the quality of your self-talk? Are you expressing that you're capable of having this love? Because the Queen of Wands is like, yeah, I got it. I got it. Yeah, baby, I got it. She's like, yeah, whatever, bring it. She usually can express her feelings. But I get for some of you, whether you're this Queen of Wands or you're approaching this Queen of Wands with this forgiveness, with this chivalry, either you or she, take the energy as it resonates, have been to yourself, taking time to heal. If not, then this is a cycle that's coming up or a cycle that's just ending. But it's a cycle where you're taking time to heal, and now things are progressing. Progressing in the energy of forgiveness. And as you're progressing in this energy of forgiveness, it's time to check your thoughts. Are you having these self-sabotaging thoughts like, I can't do this? I don't want to take this risk. What happens if I take this risk? Page of Wands. What if I say the wrong thing? What if I do the wrong thing? Some of you are so in your mind. You've been in retreat, Hangman. You're not really expressing yourself. You're not being your chivalrous self. And ask yourself, group number 3, if you could do anything, what would it be? How would you be able to enjoy this success and happiness in expressing your feelings? How would you be able to cause things to move smooth and easy? Group number 3, that answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. Many of you are in your mind. Page of Swords is all about thinking. Hangman, you're in your mind. You're thinking it over and over and over and over. You're going through the cycle. You've been to yourself over and over and over and over. But yet and still, you still haven't stepped into your personal power and expressed yourself. Personal power. No, you're this bear and you stayed in this cave about your feelings. You see this cave? You went into hibernation on your feelings and you haven't come out, group number 3. And it's time to emerge from this cave with your beautiful Queen of Wands self and seeing the beauty in all things, even the ups and downs. Love here and emergence. There is love emerging. You guys are stepping into a cycle, Wheel of Fortune, of emerging love. But will you be able to express yourself and express your feelings? Or are you going to go through another cycle of self-sabotage? The heart, group number 3, is the gateway to your soul. So it's time for you to find the balance between your heart and your thoughts, your heart and your head, to have them to balance and come into coherence. Many of you are so in your head that you're not getting in touch with your heart. And it's time to forgive yourself for that, and or forgive someone else. Take the energy as it resonates so that you can have this harvest. The autumn harvest is all about there being an abundance of love. And you have the Sun card here, one of the happiest in the deck. And it says enjoy success and happiness. So are you going to express yourself, group number 3, so that things can move smoothly along? I get this group is usually very, like you have this humanitarian energy. You usually are very chivalrous, or you have chivalry. But for some reason, I get this urge that you guys aren't able to express your feelings, or it's now time to start expressing your feelings, especially in relationships, so that it can evolve into the next phase. Many of you were in the retreat of healing your inner child, in a retreat or taking time to self to grow. But that cycle is moving forward. Wheel of Fortune, and there is a new beginning here. And with this new beginning, to allow it to move smooth and easy, it's going to take you expressing yourself. You guys have new beginnings here twice. New beginnings, card number 28, smooth and easy. Card number 19, forgiveness. The forgiveness causes the phase to move smooth and easy. 1 and 1, new beginnings. And then you have 222 here. Personal power with 20. And the Princess of the Harvest with 22. 222, partnerships. But will you be able to express yourself, group number 3? Or are you going to stay in a self-sabotaging mode? Another 2, self-sabotaging when it comes to partnerships. Or will you be able to see the beauty of forgiveness and moving forward? Card number 17, that totals 8. The abundance of being in a partnership where there's equal give and take, where there's able to be compassion and forgiveness, where you're able to be abundantly able to balance out your heart and your mind. And that's the reason you guys have the labradorite crystal here. Labradorite helps you to expand your mind and to further your spiritual growth. The labradorite can also amplify the energy of calming the negative side of your personality. So this is where you're in your head. It can help you to think twice when it comes to impulsive behavior, because some of you are needing that forgiveness because you were kind of rash. You were impulsive with your words and with your actions. And this, doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. We all make mistakes. We all move a little, we take risk. Page of Swords here. Moving a little, what's the word? Impulsive? A page is a little bit impulsive. They don't quite know how to wield that sword yet, but they're still willing to take the risk. And so that's what I'm getting for you, group number 3. You've taken the cycle to state of self, to calm your mind and get more in touch with your heart, to put aside any self-sabotaging thoughts. And now you're in the cycle of seeing the beauty of all things, even being impulsive at some times. Because from any failure and or mistake, we can then learn from that. And I get with this group, you guys are learning, and it's allowing the love energy to grow for you, to emerge for you. It's allowing you to now be able to clearly express your feelings. And if you're not, then this is the energy that is there for you to be able to enjoy your success and happiness. To be able to come together with others in a smooth and easy way without feeling depleted of yourself. With the Manas rune here. So with this group, I get that you guys are mastering your mind. And now you're able to face those fears of any limiting beliefs or the fear taking over. You're able to master your thoughts about being the creator of your life, where your head meets your heart. And group number 3, that's exactly where the love happens, when your head meets your heart, that's where the forgiveness happens. When your head meets your heart and there is balance, you're able to be more in the energy of chivalry. When your head meets your heart, things move more smooth and easy. When your head meets your heart, you're able to express your feelings. When your head meets your heart, you're able to be like the sun and enjoy success and happiness, seeing the beauty in all things, not self-sabotaging, but still standing in your personal power. Group number 3, that has been your reading. I would like to thank you for joining me, Tonae Star. And remember to always shoot for the moon. And even if you miss group 3, 2, and 1, you will still be amongst the stars. And as we love to end the videos with, no matter what anybody else says, always let your light shine bright. Do what? Let your light shine bright. Always let your light shine bright. Do what? Let your light shine bright. Thank you for joining me, Tonae Star. And yes, do the YouTube thing. Like, share, and subscribe. peace, harmony, love,